There was a small town where mornings were quiet and dreams were loud, but often unfulfilled. In that town lived a young man named Ayaan. Ayaan was hardworking, honest, and kind. Yet no matter how hard he tried, life never seemed to move forward. Jobs slipped away at the last moment, plans failed without reason, and people he trusted slowly disappeared. Every night he looked at the ceiling and whispered the same question, "God, what did I do wrong?" Years passed like this. One evening, exhausted and broken, Ayaan sat alone in an old park. The sky was cloudy, and the wind felt heavy, just like his heart. He watched children laughing, couples walking, and old men feeding birds. Everyone seemed to have a place in life, except him. Tears filled his eyes. "Maybe I'm forgotten," he said quietly. At that moment, an old man sat beside him. His beard was white, his eyes calm, and his presence strangely peaceful. "You look tired," the old man said. "Tired of hoping," Ayaan replied. The old man smiled gently. "Hope doesn't get tired. People do." Ayaan laughed sadly. "I've prayed for years. Nothing changes." The old man picked up a small stone and dropped it into the pond. Ripples spread across the water. "Did the water change immediately?" he asked. "Yes," Ayaan said. "But could you see the change under the surface?" the man asked again. Ayaan stayed silent. The old man stood up and said something Ayaan would never forget. Determined. When God decides to change your life, He doesn't start with comfort. He starts with courage. And then he walked away, thoughtful. That night, Ayaan couldn't sleep. The words echoed in his mind, reflective. The next morning, something inside him felt different. Not happy, not hopeful, but awake. For the first time he stopped asking why this was happening, and started asking what this was teaching. Days later, Ayaan lost the little job he had left. This time he didn't panic. He felt strangely calm. Weeks passed. Money became tight. Friends stopped calling. Life felt empty, but his heart felt stronger. One night, while praying, Ayaan said something new. "God, I trust you, even if I don't understand." That was the moment everything silently shifted. Months later, Ayaan saw a notice about a small training program in another city. It was risky. He had no savings, no contacts, no guarantees, but something whispered inside him, "Go." Everyone told him not to. "You'll fail again. Stay where you are. Don't be foolish." But Ayaan remembered the old man's words, so he went. The journey was hard. He struggled, failed tests, felt lost. Many nights he wanted to quit. But every time he prayed, he felt peace instead of fear. Slowly things changed. He met people who believed in him. He learned skills he never imagined. Determined, he discovered strength he didn't know he had. Optimistic. 1 year later, Ayaan returned to his town. Not rich, not famous, but transformed. He had a purpose. He had confidence. He had faith. People asked him, "How did your life change so suddenly?" Ayaan smiled and replied, "It wasn't sudden. God was preparing me quietly, while I was complaining loudly." One evening Ayaan returned to the same park, the same pond, the same bench, and there feeding birds sat the old man. Ayaan rushed to him. "You changed my life." The old man looked at him and smiled. "No," he said, "God did. I just reminded you to trust the process." Before Ayaan could say another word, the old man stood up and disappeared into the crowd. That night, Ayaan understood a powerful truth. When God decides to change your life, He may break your routine. He may remove people you love. He may delay what you want, but He never removes what you need. Sometimes, God destroys your plans to build your purpose. Sometimes, He takes you through darkness so you can recognize light. And sometimes, the silence you hate is the answer you need.